What is going on, everyone? Tenha here, and today in this video we're gonna talk about Yelan versus Hu Tao. The answer is very simple. If you need DPS, you can go for Hu Tao, but overall value, Yelan is better. Now, if you don't understand what this means, then you choose to watch all this video. Even if you do understand what I was talking about, you still watch the video because you need to help me pay for the electricity bills. Korean government raised it so high, I had to pay like ×2 or ×3 the normal price. It is very sad moment for content creator like me. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel with the large setting on. Thank you. Now, let's talk about Hu Tao. There is many ways you can play her, depending on your constellation. The best constellation for Hu Tao is C1, yes? It's because when you use charge attack, you don't use your stamina. So when your Hu Tao is at C0, you do something called jump cancelling, which I find very uncomfortable when I play Genshin Impact. Jump cancelling is like doing this. That is annoying. Imagine you doing that in mobile phone, dude. Oh my god. I mean, some people be like, I can do that on my mobile phone. I can do that, yeah. But it is quite annoying, okay? But anyways, without the constellation, you're gonna have to do some jump cancelling. Or you would probably have to play her with like normal attacks. I'm not so sure how good she is, but her normal attack is very, very good. Before we move on to Yelan, I would like to briefly explain about how you'll be building Hu Tao's team. So, usually, the scam showcase goes like Bennett. With the Pyro Resonance, you would be getting the extra attack. Usually, you would want to use either Thoma or Zhongli for protection. The problem with Hu Tao is that you want to keep her HP low. And if you're good at dodging, you would be able to play Genshin Impact with like 100 HP and you have no problem. However, most of the time, if you're like me, average Genshin player, you'll get hit here and there and you would probably die. So, I would put Thoma here, 100%. And then because we have Thoma, we need Hydro application, right? Either Yelan or Xingqiu. In this case, I would choose Xingqiu. And then for the second half, I will show you the reason why it's good to have both characters. So assuming that we don't have Hu Tao, you can have 2 Pyro DPS on the both teams. And Melt and Vaporize, still one of the top reactions in Genshin Impact. I would put Diluc here. I can finally use Bennett here, right? And Zhongli for protection. I got you covered! Oh!
Cutter, know my sword.
Jump canceling! Come. Jump canceling! Oh! Oh my god. My Pyro Infusion is over!
Witness the power of T.
Come! Oh, by the way. I will explain to you why my Hu Tao's vape is so bad after this, okay? And the reason why you want to focus on certain stats. Okay, this is gonna fix it. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, moving on to the next team.
Busted.
No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it may seem like Diluc is more OP, but I want you to understand that my Diluc is very, very good. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, the reason why my Hu Tao's vape sucked is because I had no Elemental Mastery. The reason why that is because I was depending on my Kazuha for EM buff, and C2 Kazuha gives you 200 EM. So, I am fully depending on that. My stats for Hu Tao is 74% crit rate with 271% critical damage. My weapon, I'm using Staff of Homa, and for artifacts, I'm using 4-piece Shime. You can also use Crimson Witch, but I prefer Shime because in the Shime set domain, they also have Fate set, and Fate set is also very universal. Before the showcase, I had to fix my build because my crit was like 30%, but even at C6, it is a good idea for you to have your crit rate around 60 to 70% because, you know, you should probably consider your C6 as like a little bonus. But 10 seconds, 100% crit rate is kind of capped. That is why not a lot of people went for C6 Hotel. They kind of regret it. All those whales were like, what the f, this Hotel kind of camp. You probably remember when Hotel first dropped, all of those whale content creators were doing damage showcase and they were trying to like make those money back. Including myself, yes. I was doing like 2 million damage. I was like, yo, yes, 2 million damage. Okay, for those of you guys who wants to ask me, should I go for C1 Hotel or C0 and Staff of Homa? So when it comes to how much resource you need to use for you to get C1 versus C0 and Homa, I would say C1 is cheaper, yeah? If you get lucky, then, you know, it would be nice. But most of the time, especially when I play gacha games or when I spend money, I expect to hit hard pity. Like the worst and worst scenario. In terms of playstyle, I prefer C1. But obviously, with C0 and Homa, jump canceling, if you like that cope shit, then you should go for the C0 and Homa. You will end up spending like $300 if you're really unlucky. That is it for Hotel. We're gonna move on to Yelan. She's Hydro and she's very universal. I would say in terms of value for Constellation, she has better. It's like me saying that Raiden Shogun is always a good choice because as you get more Constellation for her, she gets better and better. Nothing in Genshin Impact has better value than C6 Raiden Shogun yet, because that is so broken. Have you ever seen Raiden Shogun C6 showcase? It is actually cracked. Not only does she do damage, but also she is like the best support for Genshin characters. If you're wondering about those, you can probably check this video out. Okay, anyways, Yelan can be used with Pyro DPS, yes, obviously. But her being able to run around, she does quite a lot of damage. And also, you can use her in exploration, so that's why she's good. And she also uses Fate set. That is a big bonus, right? Imagine Yelan needed a set like Thundering Fury or maybe Crimson Witch or Wanderer set. Oh my god, that would be a nightmare. You can do many things with Yelan. You can replace her for Xingqiu. Obviously, I'm not so sure if that's a better choice because Xingqiu is already good enough in terms of damage. You can mix her up with Yoimiya. You can have double Hydro because Hydro Resonance gives you extra HP, right? So as long as there's Kazuha, I'm very sorry to say this, but when you're going for a Melt and Vaporize, I would suggest you to go for a character like Kazuha. The reason why he is so much better than Sucrose is because of his passive, where he can give up to 40% damage bonus, which is why Kazuha is like the best. So let's first go ahead and take a look at this team. And I'm gonna put Hu Tao. You can just think of it as like any Pyro DPS, alright?
No, my sword! Grain cutter! Huh? Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Is it a good idea for me to
Adorn my nights.
throw off Hydro?
Time to go!
Okay. By having Xingqiu and Yelan, this is illegal. Where is... Okay. Alright, so in this showcase, we're going to show you the value of her constellation and the reason why people say Yelan C6 is so broken.
Gotcha!
Clouds high. The birds.
Quietly now. Here comes the
This is just her, okay? With Kazuha buff here and there. No rotation needed. And then, the reason why I had Yoimiya and Bennett on the side is because, imagine, after I do the burst, right? We can swap out to Yoimiya and Bennett and do better, right? But anyways, if you're choosing this character to be C6, then you will not regret. And also, don't forget that Hu Tao doesn't need healing because you want your HP to be below 50%. Whether if you go for Yelan or Hu Tao, I suggest you go for Kazuha. I hope this video helps you decide whether if you should be going for Hu Tao or Yelan, but I would say it depends on what you need, right? So if you have a way to use your Pyro DPS somewhere else, or if you already have a Mei team and you want to use Hu Tao is also good. Until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Adios.